It's time for your daily crypto update with Framework Fortune Crypto. I'm your host Ben. Now let's dive in. So Bitcoin getting that nice pop, bouncing off 37,000, breaking over the downtrend on the 4-hour chart, testing 43,000 as resistance. Look at it on the daily chart, the 10 is now above the 200-day moving average. If that can continue, the 50 will drag up and cross over, and Bitcoin will be fully bullish. We need to see it hold above this downtrend, but so far looking very nice. Ethereum has been on a tear. Had that one triangle sold off, dropped down to the 2450, 2500 area, held a support, and it's as bullish as it can get. Bullish all the way on the daily chart. So Ethereum almost got to that 3,000. Got very close. I think we're probably going to see it try to test tonight or tomorrow. And if it can break over 3,000, then the market will probably really start heating up. But we may see a rejection across the crypto markets because we are hitting some resistance areas that are going to be pretty strong after going on some pretty hard runs. I mean, Ethereum has ran $1,000 over the past week. I'd expect some type of pullback with some consolidation before we see any more moves up. Cardano still trying to break up out of this consolidation. Go ahead and move these lines here. 10-day has crossed the 50. Cardano looks like it is ramping up for a nice move, and you can see it did pop up to 150 and test it 2 candles in a row. We're testing where we need to be testing. If buying volume can continue to come in, which I think it's going to on Cardano, I think we're going to see Cardano over 150 here in the next day or two, if not by the beginning of next week. So the top gainer on the day, we have ICP, and you can see it broke out of this little triangle it was in there, pushing up to 50. Did break over for a second, but still getting held up at 50. If it can break 50, ICP could start running again. This one has not been getting too much action, so with some more buying volume coming in and this little pop, we could see it at least up to 60 before it turns around, but almost looks like it's starting a new uptrend here since that triangle broke. So ICP could be one to keep on watch for some continuation. Filecoin, this one I've been talking about. I'm swinging this one. Finally breaking out of this triangle and pushing up to 64. So the 200 is at 70 on the daily chart. I think we'll see it push to 70, but probably get held up there and have to consolidate a little, maybe a couple of days before it can continue this run. But so far looking very good on Filecoin. Scale testing 30 cents. 10-day just crossed over the 50 on the daily chart. 200's right above it. Getting a little bit of a squeeze here. So if the market stays hot, we could see this squeeze pop and maybe see Scale back up to 40 cents where this resistance line is. But if Scale can stay in this channel between 20 and 40 cents, eventually it's going to try to break up and out of that channel. So Scale's actually one to keep on watch if you already are not watching it. As long as Ethereum is running, Scale should be running too, as it is a ERC token designed to help the Ethereum ecosystem. Polkadot over $20. Hitting that 200-day though, we got to break the 200, about $21. But did get that move from 10 to 20. Very nice move, so if you locked in some profits on that one, good job. I am still holding Polkadot as I am earning 12% interest on the Voyager app. So you can check out Voyager down in the description below. There's an affiliate link for that. But Voyager's got a lot going on right now. Vechain trying to get up and test that 10 cents on the daily chart. It is above the 200. 10-day is trying to cross over the blue line, the 50-day here. If it can keep this momentum, I think we can see it break over 10 cents and probably move up to about this 13 to 14 cent area. But everything pretty hot right now since Bitcoin and Ethereum so hot. So we got to see them continue their momentum if everything else is going to continue. Balancer been alerting this one for a couple of days now. Breaking out up to that $26 area, breaking this downtrend. Still got room up to the 200-day at $30. So good job to anybody who got some profits on this balancer move of about $10 over the past 2 weeks. CGLD come up and tested, broke over 3 to 310. It's currently coming back up again to try to test. It's going to run in the 200 at 317, 320. Break at 320, this thing could make another big run like it did back here. If it gets rejected at the 200, it'll come back down to these moving averages here in this 275 area. But looking good at the moment. Mana, the Decentraland token, this was another one I was talking about. The 10-day has now crossed over the 50 and the 200. Those are lined up the way they're supposed to be on the daily chart. So it's pushed up to 75 cents. Break at 75 cents, Mana could start going bullish pretty strong, and we could see it back up to $1. So Mana's still on watch, as it is getting some nice movement and doesn't have a lot of resistance ahead of it. Polygon MATIC pushing back up to this 1.7, 1.10 area again. Got to break that and then test that 120 and break that in this channel. So it's really been struggling to try to push up. And it may be because of lack of volume. You see the volume is not as much as it was back here on these candles, and definitely nowhere near what it was on this big initial rip. So without that volume, it's struggling real hard. We got to see some buying volume come into it soon. ANKR we've been keeping an eye on as it's been trying to test and break 10 cents. It is in a bit of a triangle right now, just about the same looking move as it made right through here before it broke out. So it is very possible we could see ANKR break over 10 cents tonight and maybe make a move up to 13 cents, maybe 15. So keep ANKR on watch tonight, as it is getting very close to that breakout. It is bullish on the daily chart. Luna has been consolidating sideways right on top of this $14 support. Hasn't had another breakout for a leg up yet. Out of this breaking 15, I think we'll see Luna up to 20. And we may not break 20 right away, but we could. And I think once it does break 20, we're going to see quite a bit of move out of Luna. I'm getting more bullish on this by the day, and on the daily chart, the EMAs are where they're supposed to be. So giving it a good test here, that 15 area. THETA broke out of that triangle, had one of them little kind of curl breaks, not the normal straight up break, but did shoot all the way up to almost $8. So I've been talking about THETA being able to break out, and it actually did it. The EMAs still are not where they need to be. But with this pullback here, if we see a continuation after it, a green candle that pushes up over 715, the body of both of these candles, then we could see THETA go bullish. So it's very, very close to being bullish, but still in a little bit of resistance that it needs to get out of before it can go bullish. Looking decent though, could get that move. So that's all the coins I'm going to cover for today. Overall, the crypto market has definitely got some heat back in it. We're still not full-blown bull market yet, but we're getting very, very close. My only concern is when we have this consolidation, will it scare people out of cryptos again where we had very low volume for about a month? We do not want low volume in the crypto markets. Now, the stock market has been acting pretty funky, and the S&P 500 has just been going sideways for almost 2 weeks now. It did have a little push up today. I'm expecting the stock market to have a pullback here really soon. So that could affect crypto prices to the downside, or we may finally see a transition from a bunch of money in the stock market being moved over to cryptos, which actually I think is what is kind of happening while we're seeing these pops. But crypto stocks have been hot too, so there's a lot of money moving back in to crypto assets. But don't be surprised if we do see a pullback over the next couple of days, as we have been running so hard. And we may not see a big pullback. It may just be a quick little pullback, and these runs could continue. Really hard to say, but overall right now we're looking really good. So if there's any coins that I'm not currently covering, leave them in the comments below, and also let me know your thoughts on the coins that I am covering. Appreciate everybody joining me as always. Stay safe out there. Until next time.